I believe we're on. Good morning.
Good morning. Buenos días.
Welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche with Margarita and Lori. I am Lori Monaco from Align Yourself, Inc. I am a life coach specializing in transformation and mindfulness practice. I am also a holistic practitioner, and I am a badass Buddha. I'm broadcasting from Southern Connecticut, which is well, I can't speak this morning already. This is great. Really dreary this morning. So hopefully Florida is full of sunshine this morning. Good morning, my beautiful co-host.
Good morning. And yes, it is sunshiny. I have great trees with shade. Yes, good morning, everybody. Buenos días. Namaste. Te habla la Margarita from Tampa, Florida. I am a spiritual and creative healing life coach, which I'm loving at this moment. I am still very excited for Soul Searching for Peace. And I want to thank everybody who's purchased and who has inquired and whose books should be in their mailboxes soon. I am the Gladiator Guru on this beautiful morning, and welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche.
And she is, let me tell you, it's going to be running on cafe. Have you had your coffee yet?
This is my first cup.
Oh my goodness.
Good morning, Iris. Good morning, Miggy.
Okay, I am just getting myself situated here. Okay. So yes, good morning, Iris. I'm so happy you're here. And yes, so Margie got, what'd you say, you got an hour of sleep, couple hours of sleep?
Yeah, I can say a solid hour because it was in between. Good morning, Lillian. Welcome.
Good morning, Lillian. Boy, we're like mellow this morning. So we need to build it up because we have this is going to be a very great way to start your week with the show that we have today. So we'll get to it in a moment, but what do we need to talk about? We need to talk about coffee this morning, right? We do our Tuesdays. We talk about our coffee. Margie needs to have a little bit more coffee. She's very mellow today. So
no, I'm good. Good morning, okay. Maria Garcia. Yes, mi gente. No, I'll probably crash and burn later on this afternoon. I'm good.
I have a new cup. I bought a new cup. So it says faith and it says hope. And on my side it says love, which I
love it.
And I have new coffee. I ordered coffee from Door County Coffee and Tea Company. And their motto is drink coffee, be happy. That works for me. And they are out of Wisconsin. Who knew? Always New England always has like the coffee, right? And this morning I'm drinking Highlander Grog. It's actually pretty good. I bought coconut cupcakes and chocolate raspberry truffle. Those were my flavors that I purchased from the company. Because
how do they taste?
Flavors, they're good. They're really good. It's not, they are like the, what I have last time, the New Hampshire Coffee Company. Theirs is more, when you open the bag, it's aromatic and initially a bit more flavorful, but I'm liking this coffee. It's not very strong, which I don't really like strong coffee. It might not be strong enough for you. I know you like strong coffee, right? Don't you like strong?
Absolutely. There's no sense in drinking coffee if it is dirty water. I don't care how much you pay for it. Like coffee should be coffee. It should be that wake up. Good morning, Nancy.
Wakes me up.
Good morning, Nancy Green. Yeah. So, but I had this big conversation yesterday with one of Tiffany's clients. She's like, "Oh, I don't drink coffee," and I was like, "I don't think I could trust you." I mean, it comes down to that simplicity of. You don't drink coffee, I need you to back up.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
You're taking up my energy. Yeah.
You're so funny.
So is it good though? That's the thing.
Yes, it is actually. It's really good. And then because we're on, you know, the program, the Kairos program, where we have to either drink it black or you can have like 0-calorie sweeteners. So you introduced me to the monk fruit, and I finally found some. I was at TJ Maxx over the weekend. That's where I got the cup, and they had monk fruit, and I can't believe it. It's like absolutely fantastic. I've tried stevia. I've tried some other stuff that's, quote, you know, natural, 0-calorie, that kind of stuff. But it's, and they also, it tastes just like sugar, and they always have a bitter taste. But the monk fruit is fantastic. It has like absolutely, it tastes just like sugar. I'm blown away, absolutely blown away.
And they have it in white or brown. So the
Yeah,
monk
this one's white.
options, yeah, and it's very, very good. So yeah, it's about coffee, right? Today I am drinking Cafe du Monde. I got this here locally in Tampa, but I first drank this at Cafe du Monde in New Orleans for my 50th birthday when I went with Tiffany and Erica Bolahala for the weekend for my birthday. And it's coffee and chicory, and it does, you can if it's a fresh can, you can like taste and savor the chicory part. I love it. It is great coffee. That's what I'm having. My cousin said, let's talk about there was no milk here, and I had to use Coffee Mate. Oh, yes. Powdered. It's just like,
Oh my God, that's funny.
yeah, that's just
Chicory's really good. There was a little short period of time where I had to like actually cut out coffee because I don't know, I was trying to rule out some stuff that like I was feeling, and so I cut out certain things out of my diet, and like what's called an elimination diet, and then you put it back in after a couple of weeks. But I started drinking chicory coffee, like just straight chicory. That one's mixed. But chicory is really good. If somebody really absolutely could not drink coffee, but they missed the, you know, like they can't have the caffeine, and decaf is not always great for you. So if they
decaf, that's like if somebody says, you want to hear a joke? And I'll say decaf.
Well, for those people that can't drink caffeinated drinks but really miss coffee, chicory really is a good substitute. It's not really bad at all. It's got a very good taste to it, and it looks just like coffee. Smells a lot like coffee. But anyway, that's a possibility. Good morning, Ruthie. Ruthie's on. Good morning, girl. So talk to us about, do your thing. Talk to us about coffee.
Before we start anything, I would like to say, give a shout out to Miguel Ángel Ramirez Ayala, my daddy. Today's my daddy's birthday. So we are going to do Puerto Rican style salute to the ones that are no longer here with us. So, and I'm only gonna do a little bit, but this is from my daddy. This should wake me up. So, salud, papi, bendición, te adoro, te añoro, te extraño. So,
I don't think that'll wake you. It'll wake you up for a few seconds, and then you're going to definitely crash and burn after the show.
Yeah, this is coconut. This is coconut rum haven. So it's not, I didn't pick a strong one because it's so early. But yeah, so I just want to say hi, you know, to my daddy. He was born 7/7/47.
Well, and bless to everybody.
Coffee. What is the first cup of coffee, right? The first cup of coffee. First cup of café con leche. My lifeline to simpler times, to times of love and being loved unconditionally, of hugs and kisses and conversations, and sitting with your cup alone and in deep thought, right? It's like, I can't get it. I can't figure this out. And you sit alone and you have that first cup of morning coffee and you sit there and you meditate. And then it's like the gates open and you have an overflow of how things should be and how you should handle them. Café con leche, coffee, a reminder of a full day of life. It's of moments to breathe and become mentally and spiritually prepared to keep going no matter what. Café con leche. Vida, mi gente. That's what it is. Life. First thing in the morning. So, viva café con leche. That's what we're about here this morning. Is that beautiful first sip of an orgasmic rush when it touches your palate. That's coffee to me. So yes, good morning, our Dennis.
Even with her being tired, she still manages to be that poetic and that orgasmic. So
Yes.
to you, my dear, you are fantastic.
Thank you. And that's coffee. That's what coffee means to me. The first time when I like to come out here and listen to the birds and just drink my first cup of coffee just alone. And you just listen to the sound and you roll with it and you get lost with it and everything's okay after that.
Yep.
Right? Or she just left the house, said Henny. Yeah, I know, I kept them up. So yeah, so that's Viva Cafe con Leche, bless Carmen's thought process and Lori, we all made it, it was born like from a seed and then we're nourishing it and it makes full circle like life, it's a full circle of life. And it is just, that's what it's there for. It's an empowerment. When you think about coffee, you don't just think about a beverage that you can either have hot or cold. It is like a lifeline. It's like you're plugging yourself in the morning to get all that juice, to get those vibrations and that grounding, it's like when those two wires touch and you're like, ooh, I'm up, I'm awake, let's do this. That's what coffee means. It's just, to me, it's just not something you drink because you're passing by Dunkin' Donuts. And I know a lot of people share the same sentiment as I do, but then you have other people like, nah, I could do without it. And it's like, I don't know. It's just like, that's, you talking negative about coffee is like talking politics and religion to me. And we're going to have a really bad debate and I'm going to say some mean stuff. So sit down and then just pretend you like coffee when you're around me. Makes things easier. Because
but coffee also has a really long history too. I mean, think about it's been around for a really, really long time. I don't know exactly how long, but it's been around for a really long time. And people always started their day that way. They would make it throughout the day. Even like camping, like people always, even if they're tent camping, a lot of people will still bring something to make coffee over the fire so that they can have their cup of coffee in the morning in their little tin, camping mugs. And I think it's the tradition behind it. And that was the whole point of the show, was the conversations that ensue, the tradition behind it, and the love that, and connections when everybody's drinking a cup of coffee. So send us your picture. We're still doing the contest. 2 contests going on. Send a picture of your coffee mug, or you with your coffee mug.
At where?
At hashtag Taza de Cafe Challenge.
Yes, see how beautiful that sound is.
And you could also tag us with hashtag Viva Cafe con Leche. We also we're doing 2 contests, the mug contest, which we should be picking people very soon. And we're doing the share contest. With the most shares, you win a gift card. So we have to do the analytics on that. We actually waited a couple more weeks to see how many people are sharing. So get out there and share this, because today's topic, like all the other topics, are going to be exciting and entertaining. And sometimes they're deep topics, but sometimes we bring the life and laughter into it. Some topics are just funnier than others, which is going to be this way. We're going to start this week today with a great topic today. And I don't know, let's see, what do we need to say? We need to say that this show is real. This show is very open, and we sometimes say things that aren't always appropriate for younger viewers. So please make sure that you do not have your kids listening. And it is a space for you as the viewer to share, as Margarita and I will share, and our guests on Thursdays. It's an open space, not judging. And we hope that you feel that way. We want, even though this is an open forum and this is social media, we want you to know that we will share because we want to share, and you share as much as you feel comfortable with. But that's the whole point for all of us, to just be open and be real, and sometimes be vulnerable, because that's where we regain our strength in the end.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely. I just want to say, good morning to Tiffany. She said, good morning, beautiful ladies.
Good morning, Tiffany.
And Iris said that Puerto Rican at the picnic, gotta have your coffee. And Arjana says that coffee's been around for over 1,000 years, but enjoyed for only about 500 of them.
Thank you for looking that up. I appreciate that, because I love statistics like that. So thank you for looking that up, Arjana. I appreciate it.
Yes, yes. And
So,
you want to say what we're starting today, and then I'll go into it, and then you read?
well, one thing I want to remind everybody, because of Margarita's beautiful words, what the show is about. So, right, with Tuesdays, we like to open it up to get you to really start your week. Right, even though it's Tuesday. So we let you slide with Monday. Had you on Monday. And if Monday wasn't so great for you, today's going to be the day to start the rest of your week. So the intention of the show, set your intention for today. Inspiration to see beauty, set the mood of your day. Motivational, filled with brightness and beauty. We want to spread love. We want to spread laughter. We want to talk about life. Find the beauty in even the darkest and ugliest things. And we feel we are responsible to set the tone for you guys, you ladies and men out there. And so we would like to set the tone to have you create a fantastic day. Even if it's dreary like it is where I live, you could still bring the sunshine. So let's set our intention for today, filled with peace, love, laughter, light, or whatever you want to set it for. So talk about, so Margie and I want to do something different. And
let me just piggyback on what you said about,
yeah, go ahead.
Dreary. What was it you said? Even if it's dreary outside, what?
It's dreary. You could create the sunshine.
And remember that each and every one of us has the responsibility to be that pivotal lighthouse. So the light is always from within. Even in your darkest hour, that inner light should be blaring within you, so that when you do look out, you do see some form of light at the end of the tunnel, however they say it. So yeah, our responsibility for existing should be to remind ourselves that we are all bearers of light. And as you listen and read to other people with inspirational, as you watch here with us and we share all together, just keep that in the back of your mind, that we all have that inner light. And sometimes we just need others to help us clear the shit that's in front of it within us,
Yes.
that's mounted up on top, to remove it, so that you will be reminded of that. But it is within. So there's never a dark moment that you are alone.
No.
So remember that going forward, because sometimes we forget and we're always seeking outward, when everything we need, it's already within. Okay, go ahead.
And I love that analogy, because what is the point of a lighthouse too? A lighthouse is to throw light onto dark areas for the safety of the boats coming in. So while the lighthouse is, you shine your own light for yourself, but you also shine it for others. So when you do have those moments where their light is dim, you can shine your light onto somebody else, and until they're ready to shine their light brighter. So it's a pay it forward, which is absolutely fabulous. So on your best days, share that with other people, and on your worst days, be open.
Share that with other people.
Share it with other people, yeah, and be
it'll
open.
reflect back to you. So everything
That's right.
you put out there, it's like Buddha says, everything you put out there returns.
Yes.
And every negative and dark moments or dark things you see in others is just a reflection of you. So when you find yourself in that negative state of mind where everybody sucks and everything sucks and blah, 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 you're looking in the mirror, my friend. So turn on the freaking light and shine bright like a diamond. Because we're that cave for the diamonds. So yeah, hold yourself accountable, because anything ugly that we see out there and that we keep seeing ugly in the world, that's because the world is the reflection of who we are. And that's
Yes.
what we're seeing. So, you know, check yourself. But for the most part, search within, because that light is in there, even when you think it's not. So go
I want
ahead.
to do a shout out to Tracy's on. Good morning, Tracy. And Nan is on. Good morning, Nan. You have
Good morning, Nan. Good morning, Tracy.
so Margie and I put our heads together, and our goal is to create conversations that are not necessarily unique topics, but we also want to bring a uniqueness to the show and add our little spin. So while everybody has a book club, we will either maybe once a month, I don't know, we haven't really quite figured that one out yet. We will take books and read during our session on a Tuesday. And our book club's name, do you want to say it or you want me to say it?
No, you say it.
The book club is named the Now That's Some Crazy Shit Book Club. This is a special book club like no other, because we will be reading or talking about books that pull from the book of life. They're funny, stupid, but relevant. And what else do you want to say about that? Because you had some really great insight to say yesterday when we were talking about.
I just, because, it's going to be a book club that we're going to have here. And it's all going to be intertwined with what we do. It's all about, it is taking pages and reading them once a month or however we choose. And it is about, it's funny stuff that goes on. It's stupid shit that happens. And it's really relevant to certain parts of our lives at certain seasons in our lives. And sometimes we can go through something and then you look back at it and you start laughing like, oh shit, I took that so serious when it's actually funny. So that's what we just want to bring for you guys and for us too, starting our day and reading something funny or sharing something like, wow, was that not stupid? But everything, whether it's funny, sad, dramatic, chaotic, stupid, embarrassing, it's relevant to life.
Yes.
Because we all go through all of those cycles at, sometimes all together and sometimes at different parts in life. So I think that that'll be something. It's like a reminder that you're not alone in life, or just you know what? And today, when Lori picked today to read the book, I didn't tell her anything. And I'm like, what a great, thing to laugh when I'm feeling sad because it's my daddy's birthday and he's no longer here. So this was something. So I hope that you guys can enjoy it and laugh and share, because you know what we all should just do is just enjoy the reading, because it's gonna be funny.
And what Margie was saying too is that there are books out there. I mean, listen, we're no Oprah book club. We're not looking for the powerful the books that you read and you're crying at the end going, oh my God, this is it. We're looking at the books that get either underserved or are so stupid sometimes that how did they even get published kind of deal. And we're going to talk about like how relevant they are, because sometimes when you think even something that pisses you off, that there's a relevance to it because it kind of makes you stand up for yourself and say, this is what I don't want in my life. So there might be books out there that we read that are just awful and stupid. And we're like, but
it makes sense.
Huh? What'd you say?
It makes sense in a way, or you can
That's
relate.
right. That's right. Exactly. So we're going to do something a little different today with the way we're going to do the book reading. And I don't know if we're going to do this from this point going forward, but this was the only way we could do it this way and actually works out really well for everybody. You're going to be able to read along, and we're going to discuss the book page by page as we're reading with our commentary. So I'm going to actually share the screen, and everybody should be able to see what we have on there. So my goal is to share the screen. Hopefully this will work, because if it doesn't, we are in deep doo-doo. And I am, let's see.
Did you ever see the movie with Jennifer Lopez when her friend's son created this resume? She got hired at this big corporation. She had just came from working at a supermarket. What is it called?
Why am I not seeing? No, that's not what I want to share. I don't want to share my page. Let me see why I'm not seeing this. Oh, I see why. Okay, I gotcha. I think we're good. We practice and we practice. Okay, so some of you might have heard of this book before. And if you have, you will just enjoy it over again. So we do not discriminate against books of any type. And this is a legit children's book. Okay, this is actually sold as a children's book. Children's books can be very relevant. If you've ever read Dr. Seuss, we know that there's relevance to adulthood. So we're going to share this one. And we are going to read today, Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber. I'm going to start laughing already. Okay, Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber, and is written by, I'm going to say the name wrong, Bimisi Tayanita, and it's illustrated by some guy in Bangladesh. Sure, if anybody's caught that, but some guy in Bangladesh. Okay.
That is so funny. Even that is funny.
Now, we were also looking at this yesterday, and we realized that it's created by a man named Matt Williams, and he is a cunning linguist. Okay, are we ready? So we're about to read Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber. Brenda has a beaver, and she's ready to confess. As soft and sweet as it may be, her beaver is a mess. I don't know, is your beaver, do you have a beaver, Margarita? Do you, March?
I actually took my beaver to the barber yesterday after 5 months. So that was a big mess. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, my beaver needed a barber.
Brenda's beaver's big, Brenda's beaver's hairy. Every guy who sees it says that Brenda's beaver's scary. How many of you out there have a scary beaver? It might be, I don't know, you know.
Mine's was, I could have braided that big. That's why I took it to the barber yesterday.
Brenda took her beaver for a swim down at the lake. By the looks that she received, she figured that was a mistake. Look, everybody's looking at her beaver. You know, her beaver really must be something because it is getting noticed. Like, people in the water are actually looking and turning to look at her beaver. So I don't know. Okay, let's see. She stuffed that furry mound into a swimming suit. It stuck out all around. It was anything but cute. You know what the worst part is? When, you know, like in the,
I've seen people like that on the beach.
I know, and I was saying the worst part is like when you first start for the season and you're not really paying attention, and you go to put the bathing suit on because somebody's like, oh, let's go swimming, and you like just get dressed really quickly, and you don't notice that until you get to the beach, and then all of a sudden you realize that you brought your beaver with you, and your beaver was very hairy.
Uncontrollable.
Okay, some saw it. Some who saw it laughed. Others were just stunned. Brenda's beaver was hanging out, soaking up the sun. They're pointing. They're pointing.
The kid looked scared. The kid looked scared.
He's like behind the dad. Her friends could not believe her. They said, we need to talk. They covered up her beaver and they took her for a walk. Brenda, dear, listen here. We want to help you out. Your beaver needs a makeover. It really needs it now.
And if you look, her beaver has a towel over it, but her beaver has a towel wrapped around it. The double meaning. That's funny.
You know, you have good friends when they take you and your beaver out for a walk and tell you you need help, right? Those are good friends. I hope we don't seem pushy, said her biker friend named Kim. Your beaver is too bushy. We just think it needs a trim. Look at how nice her friend Kim's beaver is. It's all nice and you know, short-haired and smooth. I mean, look at the size of Brenda's beaver.
Mohawk.
Oh, I just noticed that. That's a green mohawk. I Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Lisa's on. All right, so let's see. Savannah pulled her beaver back to show off what she'd done. Hers was a nice long landing patch. It looks like it'd be fun.
I told you.
Oh my God! Has your beaver ever had a long landing patch,
No.
Margie? No.
No. It's either on or it's off.
See, there's
There's no time for trimming and being, creative.
I think the green mohawk would be kind of interesting, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Chrissy's beaver is quite rare. It could be worth $1 million. Hers is bare. It has no hair. Her beaver is Brazilian.
Brazilian. Yeah, that's my beaver.
Listen, look how cute that beaver is. My goodness. That's the cutest beaver I've ever seen.
It's so sad because they make the beaver a Brazilian, right? And then it makes it look so infantile.
Oh my God. Well, when you've shaped your beaver, I mean, doesn't it kind of look infantile? Oh
Yes.
my God. All right. Catherine let her beaver loose. She said, there's nothing to it. Grab some clippers and a can of mousse. We'll show you how to do it. Did you ever let your beaver loose, Margie? Did you ever let your beaver loose on the beach?
No, unfortunately.
I think I have once, maybe. Not even when you were in, in Europe, because a lot of them have loose beavers on their beach.
Well, no, when I was in Europe, I didn't I didn't hang out at the beach. I hung out at the beach in Asia, but no, it was bare. I had a Brazilian then.
Okay. Kim produced some scissors. Oh my God, those are some awfully big scissors. I don't know. And Chrissy had some wax. Now all that Brenda had to do was sit back and relax. Oh my God, Nan asks, I'm dying here. Is this really a kid's book? Yes, it is. It's actually listed as because kids wouldn't really get the deeper meaning to it. So, but this book was actually created by, I think it was 2 guys that were drunk one night hanging out, and they thought it would really be a good story.
They must have ran into a Brenda and had a rude awakening and decided to make fun of it this way. Very smart.
It could be. I hope they changed the name. As they came towards her beaver, they said, now don't be scared. We're going to see what's underneath that frumpy pile of hair. I love how relaxed Brenda is. Her arms back, Her beaver looks a little scared, though, I have to say. It ended in just minutes. They didn't leave her much. When Brenda's friends were finished, she and her beaver blushed. Her beaver was so tiny. They could not believe their eyes. It was smooth and it was shiny. It was hard to recognize. Look at how cool her beaver looks now, guys. Look.
How cool they did it where she's standing behind it for the innuendo. That is so adorable. Iris says she only left her boob out in Turkey.
Oh, okay. Look, just one boob. That was it. Not like just the one.
Boob. Was it your left boob, Iris?
Oh my God! Look at how cool, right? We got her beaver's got the cool sunglasses on. Now Brenda is so proud. It seems like every time we see her, she's in the center of a crowd, just showing off her beaver. Look at the guy with the camera.
And she just strutting. You look at the guy on the beach and the girls on next to him. Even in cartoons, they're showing jealousy in women.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Even the kids are enjoying her beaver. Oh my God, that was the end of the book. Oh,
Why is Brenda the only one with the beaver on the beach?
yep.
Like, don't
Oh
kids
my
get that?
God.
That was hilarious. That
Oh
book.
my God, I wish it was longer. So listen, this is one of 5 books. It's actually, I think, the 5th book of theirs. So this is their other books. And yes, they are the series, which by the way, is like impossible to get. You can only get it digitally. I'm like crying over here. It is, so the other books include Susie Likes to Look at Balls. Put Tony's Nuts in Your Mouth. But yeah, the best part is that the covers for these, Susie Likes to Look at Balls. She's like peeking her head into like a locker room, and there's just balls, like baseball, basketball, volleyball, soccer ball. They're just all over. And then Put Tony's Nuts in Your Mouth is Tony's a nut vendor because his nuts are so good. Spank the Monkey Lends a Hand. And on the cover is a monkey with a rubber glove, a blue rubber glove. And then the other book is Come Swing With Us, and it shows a boy and a girl swinging on a swing set.
Oh my God.
We need to, if you guys want, we could maybe next Tuesday or something like that, we could just do a quick repeat and then just get the set in. I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to take up I didn't know if we would have enough time to do all of them. But it's up to everybody else if they want. I've never read the other books, nor has Margie, so it would be fun to just put them up there. But so what was the book review on that one? What do you all think?
Well, Iris, Maria Garcia said she was laughing. She thought it was cute. Iris said about her boob. Then she said, remember when you did yours the first time? I did it, 98. Iris actually gave me the Brazilian, right? And then she reminded, she says, and Tiffany caught us and thought we were gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. Oh my God, that's funny.
My hairdresser forever, since my son was like about 3 months old. My son's gonna be 30. He is 30, Jesus. So yeah, we're cousins. So she was like, let me try. And I was like, oh, that was back in 98. I don't think a lot of people actually shaved all the time back then. So yeah, that was exciting. I remember.
So Iris was grooming your beaver.
Yeah.
Tiffany walked in on getting your beaver groomed.
Yeah.
And
she's like, yeah.
Okay.
98, Tiffany 86. Tiffany was like 11. Yeah.
Oh my God. I think the first time I groomed my beaver, a Brazilian, it was a little chilly. Like it was something to get used to. I think my beaver was pretty cold. It was things rubbed up against it. My beaver didn't really like it too much in the beginning till it got used to it.
Well, I'm single. So what happens is with me, Iris knows this. We've always discussed it. My blog, Magically Orgasmic. I'm magically orgasmic. I love orgasms. I talk about them all the time, right? Coffee touches the palate of my tongue. I feel like, ooh, the chills. Well, me, when I give my beaver a Brazilian, just by walking in the contact of rubbing, I walk and have multiple orgasms. And to me, that's a blessing. And so, yeah, so yesterday when I did it, like late afternoon, and then you're walking and you're having these feelings and you're like, oh
my God.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it that I still have those multiple orgasms just by myself. So can you imagine when I'm accompanied? Woo, that's like the 4th of July fireworks. 8 to 10 times before like the last boom. Very proud of it. Very. What? Yes.
Oh my God. We actually have two scheduled shows. one of them is going to be talking about orgasm, so we need to sort of leave that a little bit, I guess. We were going to talk about to shave or not to shave. So actually, we could probably talk about that now, and because we have like a few minutes left, we don't have to even have a full show on that one. So what about it, folks? Do you, ladies out there, what's your beaver looking like?
Yes, yes.
Are you walking your beaver on the beach? Is your beaver getting looks? Is your beaver, you know, when you put the swimsuit on your beaver, is it poofing out the sides, top? I mean, what are we looking at here? Is it, do you need those big clippers to trim your beaver? Anybody willing to share?
I thought so. I thought I was going to have to. I think so. Yeah. So that's why for me, I went so long without shaving. You know, I think hygienically, I love it to be shaved, but because I am in that party of one stage. So I said, if I shave it, it's going to be like boom. So it was a couple good orgasms yesterday. Iris says she bleached her best friend's beaver into her mom's salon once. Hello, Carmen Grandiva.
Oh my God. Yeah, Nan said it's the publisher of the book is called Reach Around Books.
Nancy Green said hers is smooth and soft and shaved.
Oh.
Carmen, do you shave completely a little bit, or do you just let it be a lush garden? Is it a forest that you have to like fight through the bush?
Make it an adventure.
Yes, what is it?
You know what? Sometimes some people make it that's worth the adventure for them. Sometimes not. I'm more of a, I don't want them to, I mean, I want to work hard in other areas. I don't want them to work hard finding it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thought. But I don't know, some women, some guys are into that. Some guys,
yes, I was just
like when your beaver is really bushy.
Yes, I was just going to say, I think that's disgusting. Especially if you drink a lot of water and you pee several times a day. Even though I like to shower before any activity. But yeah, there are some men who prefer it because to them, what we consider to be smooth and soft and completely shaved, to them they're like, that is too juvenile for me. I want to feel like I'm with a woman. So it's the psyche of the people too. And then I know, right, my cousin Carmen said right now it's in between. But then I know men who just absolutely just want, like, prefer a Brazilian beaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, both. But
listen, what would we call it for them, right? Do men have beavers? They technically don't have beavers.
Yeah, I prefer a man to have a Brazilian too.
I agree.
I don't want
totally
that.
Agree.
Yeah, that's so 70s, 80s porn where their mustaches match their balls with the hair on it. You know, you don't so yeah, I prefer Brazilian. Yeah. So I guess it's the preference that you have. But then I guess you too, what, Iris? I guess, yeah, it's up to the individual, right? And then you see. I've had somebody says, oh, I let it grow out. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I cannot accommodate you this time. No, it's not happening. That's your choice. This is my choice. So yeah, I think it's all about, do you drink tea or coffee? Do you drink espresso or do you drink dirty water flavor coffee? I mean,
do you drink tea or coffee? Do you shave your beaver or not shave your beaver?
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Category. It's in the same category.
Nancy Green says, I don't want to be picking hair out of my teeth. Shave it. Yeah, and you should. I think that hygienically for like my underarms too. The other day, my niece is like, she pulled it. She's like, go shave. And I'm like, why? I don't go nowhere. You know, and it's okay. It's not bothering me. you know, and so then I went out and I forgot that I hadn't shaved and I had like
tank top on.
yeah, and I went to like Home Depot and I'm like, and then I felt self-conscious because I went to get something and I saw it and then I was like, you don't give a shit. But then I said, I do, you know, so that was just one less thing I didn't do that was really no, it took nothing from me to do it in my shower. So then I just did everything yesterday. I was so proud I didn't cut myself. Yeah. But yeah, so to shave or not to shave, it just does like with you. Do you drink coffee or tea? It's just
how long when you went, how long did it take for them to trim your beaver? Was your beaver that bushy? Was it
yesterday? Oh, I did it myself.
okay.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna need the scissors because when I pulled it, like the hair came out this far from it. I was like, damn, like you could twist it, you could braid it. So now I had a brand new razor. So you know, it took a good 10 minutes to get everything, yeah, but then it felt good. So Mom said it isn't there for a reason. What isn't? You know what it is? We have a delay, like a minute or something. When we say something, they're just hearing it as we're on to the next. So when Iris responds like that, you can't
Oh no, it's we know that. So she could just respond back what she meant. Oh my God, I had a thought in my head and I can't remember what it was. Does your beaver ever complain of itchiness as it's growing its hair back?
I think when you go to
my poor beaver gets pretty itchy.
Yeah, when it's growing in. Yeah, so you know what I do? Isn't it there? The hair on the beaver. I like take alcohol, and because you know you don't realize you're tugging at it. You're like scratching when. So yeah, I just take alcohol and I put it on it, and it burns for a minute. But then
the beaver doesn't get upset.
It's like ah, but then there's no more itch. So yeah, and I'm like a masochist like that. Just
oh my God, that's so funny.
But yeah, I think to shave or not to shave. When I walked the Camino de Santiago, I ran into a couple people who not only didn't shave anything on their body, legs, anything. They didn't use deodorant. And when you're walking 8 hours a day, that's not cool. And especially when you're sleeping in a dorm where there's like 25 to 50 people in bunk beds in one dorm, you can smell everybody's aroma, you know? So that's walking, but I think if you're gonna walk like that, but then again, you're walking, so who gives a shit what's hairy, right? So I mean, you gotta just, so I ran into people like that. So this one girl, I said, why do you do that? You're young. She was like 21. She said, because it's Mother Nature, it's natural. You know, it's there for a reason. It's there to protect you. It's like if you pull your eyelashes out, your eyes is exposed to other elements that hits your face. So I mean, it makes sense. It is there. And like, why do we have hair under our arms, in our beavers and stuff? What is it protecting? You know, hairs in our nose. So I guess that concept you can read it, but then in the other concept, it's like it's not attractive. I think we do that because it's not attractive.
Oh yeah, no, totally. That's
the only reason. So that's when my niece and my daughter were getting on me to shave my underarms the other day, and I was, because it's been like that since, you know, before I left Connecticut. I left Connecticut in February. Who the hell's shaving their underarms and their twat in the middle of winter when you're single? Nobody. Then I get here and I'm busy getting reacclimated here in Florida. So you know what? My beaver was of no importance at the moment. So, you know, it was on a timeout. So I think it is a choice like everything else. And I think that a lot of people don't get to have these conversations. Look, Iris says her mom's friend puts Listerine after shaving. Yeah, because it shocks it. So then the itching starts and stops. And I think that when I put the alcohol, you're like, oh, it's like You ever see those cartoons when a cat gets electrocuted, everything like stands up to here, the eyes bulge out? That's what happens. But then it's like exciting to me, that pain.
But there's no hair to stand up because you solved that problem.
No, but my body gets like that. Good morning, Janet. So
Good morning, Janet.
To shave or not to shave? I prefer shaving.
Yeah,
Let's
I
take a
agree.
poll. I prefer shaving. Lori?
I prefer, yep, me too. Me too.
So let us know. Andrew Jones, welcome. Do you prefer to shave or not to shave, Andrew? Andrew's a former co-worker of mine who's in the Navy. Yes, Andrew. So
we're almost out of time. So we hope you liked the our first reading from the Now That's Some Crazy Shit book club, and we're probably going to do that. We just wanted to get like just you get used to it a little bit, and we'll probably, depending on the book, we could probably have a couple of books we could read. Like I said, we could go back and read the rest of the series from there. I think they would be pretty funny. But if you know of any books that you have read or have heard of that are questionable, these are the books we want. We want to see these books, and Margie and I will look them over and we'll decide if they're worthy to get into our book club for a reading.
I love that. So please, yes.
And you see what we're looking for, obviously. We're looking for those type of books. Not necessarily have to be dirty, but it could be just books that just blow your mind. Like, I can't believe people published this kind of deal.
I know.
So on our Thursday's episode, we will have our guest. Our guest will be Kelly Surratt. She is an author and an adaptive music teacher. And the topic is Don't You Cry, Girl. And we're going to talk about emotions, how emotions in the workplace, in our personal lives, expectations, social stigmas. And Kelly's going to be a really good individual to speak to because she's been in the music business, theater business, a very tough business where there's a lot of very harsh realities. You have to have a pretty thick skin, and people can be really horrible, like real rotten. So this should be a really great conversation that we have, and hopefully we'll also be able to do what we do best and keep it light and try to take the lighter side of it, which is the goal, always the goal with us, but we want to make it a real conversation. So this is really good for those of you that do struggle with that if you get frustrated with yourself, if you get too emotional, or you feel like there's this double standard with men versus women in the workplace or outside or whatever. So that'll be Thursday. And
we're going to talk about the different types of crying with that.
Yes.
I don't cry because I'm hurt. I don't cry because I'm offended. I cry because I'm angry and I'm about to rip your throat out. You will never catch me crying because I'm sad. You will catch me crying because I'm so angry that I'm going to hurt somebody. Or I can't because you're not like right in near my touch. So there's different, and I can understand in the workplace when somebody is outright rude and obnoxious and thinks because they have a higher position they can speak down to you, how that will make you angry where you will cry, because I've done that at work too. So yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. I think that the different types of crying, I don't see nothing wrong with it as long as you pick yourself up, put your big girl panties on, pull yourself up from your bootstraps and keep it pushing.
Right. And I cry for all of the above. There's a lot of things that make me cry. I cry for all reasons. So
I'll cry for a commercial before I cry over a pain in my heart. Isn't that sad?
Cry over, well, yeah. No, I think I kind of do that myself these days. So no, I think it's just a toughness. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what all that's about. So you guys, thank you so much for joining in. We hope that you got a little bit of a laugh today and that you can take that with you the rest of your week. Just, think about your beaver for a little bit and, take care of your beaver. That's the whole point.
Trim the bitch. Trim it. You can still go to the beach.
So we will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Lori Bonico, and I am with my beautiful co-host, Margarita Chapman Rodriguez, and I am the Badass Buddha. And remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary.
And I want to say hello, Carmen Nieves. I'm glad you joined them. I love you, Carmen. I am. Who am I?
Creator guru.
Who am I? Okay. I am La Margarita, the gladiator guru. And remember, breathe in the beauty and breathe out the bullshit. Namaste, mi gente. You have a great today and tomorrow, and we will see you Thursday morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Not too pushy.
Ciao.